People say red light therapy can help with everything from muscle recovery to inflammation and healthier skin. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to believe, but after months of owning one and finally committing to using it consistently, I ended up noticing a few things I definitely wasn't expecting. After a lot of research, I purchased the Bestqool red light and near infrared light panel. The panel is the one that I chose just because I wanted to do like a full body treatment when I did red light. It has the 4 wavelengths. It was highly researched, FDA approved. I did a ton of research on this before I bought it. But I purchased this one because of the claims of reduced inflammation, wrinkles, and skin, and acne. So that's the reason why I purchased this. And I'm gonna try it for 14 days and give you a full, honest review of how I like it, how it works, and share my experience with you. Today felt pretty normal. Obviously, I'm just starting it back up, so I didn't expect to see any big changes, but we'll see what happens as we progress through the days. I woke up at 6 a.m. like I do every day, hydrated well, and then got in a quick lifting session. Red light therapy claims to help with muscle recovery and soreness, and as someone who lifts weights several times a week, this will be a huge plus for me. I started a new workout plan, so if this helps, I should definitely notice it when it comes to recovery. When we first started using red light, we actually started experiencing flu-like symptoms. We were doing the red light based on the manufacturer's recommendation, and it did not work for us. And everybody we talked to was like, no, there's no way it's causing flu-like symptoms. And we're like, well, we're not really sure what else it could be. So we'd actually taken a break from using it and then started back up, and same thing happened. So what I did for this trial for the 14 days is I actually backed off of it for probably a week or so, and then I started back up at doing it just at 5 minutes. So just to let you know, the same thing happened to my husband. So just calling that out as a potential negative, or maybe not a negative, but just something to watch out for. If you do get flu-like symptoms, it could be from the panel. And some of the research we've done says it's highly unlikely, but if it does happen, that it could be from die-off or just, your body's kind of adjusting to it. So I get it, but I just wanted to call that out there. It's just something that we experienced with the red light panel. At this point, I was just trying to stay consistent. Other than adding the red light therapy, I kept my workouts, nutrition, and daily routine pretty much the same. I've had an issue with eczema on my hand for a while now, so it'll gather around here, and I'll show you a picture. So I've had that issue, and ever since I started using red light, it has gone away completely. So I had it constantly, no change at all. It would just get worse and worse, and that's completely healed. I can't contribute this to the red light therapy, but it is a really nice coincidence, and I feel like that the inflammation in my body is calming down enough to where it's clearing out the eczema. A negative side effect with skin is I have noticed some acne, and I don't know for sure that it's from the red light, but I've had several people say like, it can't be from the red light, it's supposed to help with your acne, but I have noticed it around my back over here. So I don't know if it's from red light, but I have noticed that I did start to get breakouts as soon as I started using red light therapy. So a positive, and then also a possible negative. Since skin is another huge claim, I wanted to keep my nighttime routine exactly the same except for adding the red light. I wasn't planning on testing wound healing during this process. However, our dog Colt gets zoomies and runs around like a nut, and actually hit Matt and he scuffed up his arm pretty bad. So here is a before and after within just 1 week of using red light consistently on his arm. So, one of the biggest reasons why people buy red light therapy panels is for the inflammation reduction. That one's going to be a little harder for me to prove, but what I can do is I purchased the panel in February of this year and I had my function health results taken in May. I just kind of want to show you some of those results. I'm not saying that this is the exact reason, but it could be a correlation. First, we'll talk about my CRP, which is the inflammation marker. And that is the C reactive protein, and mine actually came down significantly from the last time that I had this done. Previously, it was 0.6, and in May, it was 0.2. That's a really good marker right there just to show that my inflammation has come down. And also with my autoimmunity, my ANA, always been positive, and for the first time in May, it was negative. So I'm not sure again if that's a direct correlation, but just kind of wanted to share some of that blood work with you. Again, I can't say for certain that the red light panel is the exact reason why these numbers have changed, but I did just want to throw that out there. One of the main reasons that I'm doing it is for my thyroid, hoping that the panel will lower my TPO antibodies. And I actually saw that number rise a little bit. It didn't help in that area, but my inflammation markers, my autoimmunity marker, those were good signs for me. So hopefully this next time, since I've been doing a little more consistently, I will see my TPO numbers come down. But I just wanted to share that with you for the claim on inflammation. It's the end of the 14 days, and I'm here to give you the final review of how I feel after using the red light therapy panel that I purchased. And I just want to go through each of the categories and kind of score them for you. So starting out with recovery, I will say I have recovered so much faster. And I do contribute it to the red light because I've switched my workout over to full body. At first, I was super sore, and I just feel like every 4 weeks I've needed to have like a deload week between my workouts, and this time I haven't had a deload week yet, and I know I need to for rest purposes. I'm just saying my body's not sore. I'm going up in my weights every week, 5 extra pounds, and so even weights that I didn't normally go up in. So I feel like it has truly helped with recovery. Like I really do feel like it penetrates the skin and really gets into those cells so that you really do feel that difference with recovery. So I will rate recovery pretty high. The next thing is skin. And I know I showed you my example with eczema, and also then I have the acne that developed. So I'm going to kind of go, I'm going to still give that one a 4, only because the eczema was such a huge issue for me. And I couldn't get rid of it, even going off of gluten, changing up my diet. I couldn't get rid of the eczema. So eczema has been a huge problem for me. But as you can see, no eczema, none at all on my hand. So that is huge. As far as sleep and energy, I will say my energy has pretty much stayed around the same. My sleep's pretty much been the same as well. So I don't know if there's a difference between doing it in the morning and doing it in the evening. I did a few days in the evening, mostly in the mornings, because that's just a part of my routine. But I'm going to just give that one a 2, maybe, just because it stayed the same for me. So it wasn't worse, it wasn't better, and my sleep's not great. Like I would like it to be better. So I'm going to give that one a 2. So I guess overall you'd be wondering, would I recommend this panel? I would say absolutely yes, I would recommend this panel. I'm going to keep it a part of my routine. I feel like this panel is for anyone that needs to get rid of inflammation in their body, which I feel like is a lot of us. And anyone that has any particular skin issues like eczema or psoriasis, I feel like it could definitely help because it helped me. So I feel like, yes, I would recommend it. And those are the types of groups I would recommend it to. I do feel like with recovery, if you're an athlete, if you're someone that works out a lot like we do, then I feel like it would be a great addition to your routine. Do I think red light therapy is a miracle? No. But I also don't think it's just hype. For me, the biggest surprises weren't just the ones I expected going into this experiment. My top 3 takeaways were the fact that my eczema cleared, Matt's arm healed super fast, and those outside skin changes make me really believe it's helping on the inside as well, even though I can't prove that in these 14 days. Until next time, eat real food, read your nutrition labels, be kind to yourself and others, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.